yesterday. Where did we leave off?
Left off with the 3 days of blessings from the Dryad.
Right.
Day 11.
Okay. We will continue our travels. Day 12 is uneventful. But day 13. Okay. Okay. So, as you guys are resting in camp at approximately midnight, all of you are awakened by the sound of bells. The bells are slow. They chime 3 times. And as you are looking around, you see the procession again, being led by the child. And the spirits are walking by. They're all ignoring you completely. And they're dressed as priests, paladins, nobles, children. This time you notice that they are carrying the body of an elven queen. And apparently every spirit appears to have a black thorn that is growing in its heart. And as the procession passes, one of the children spirits suddenly stop and directly point at Sir Bramble. And the child whispers, "He's awake again." All the spirits immediately freeze. The forest goes silent. And then 3 wraiths attack the party. Let me let's see. I'm gonna move you guys here. you guys would put your tokens in the middle of the map, please.
Okay. Should I bring Doc onto the map?
Yes. And his griffin.
I don't have his griffin.
Oh. Sorry about that. Let's take care of that right away.
No worries.
Huh. Okay. Where did his griffin go?
Uh-oh.
It's not my list anymore. Okay.
You've lost a griffin.
Yeah, we'll have to create a new one.
Griffin down.
Oh. What the? Okay, so apparently Roll20's done something. I no longer can see griffins in my compendium. What the hell? That's why the griffin is gone.
That's weird. I can see him.
You can? Where?
Yeah. Under monsters. Free Basic Rules 2024. And under Monster Manual 2024.
Well, let me reload. Okay, compendium. Yeah, now I can see him.
It
Okay.
is Roll20 doing its thing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, hopefully you can see the griffin now.
Yep, I got it.
Okay. 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 Let's get the turn order up. And everybody can roll initiatives. Okay. That's that guy. That guy. Alrighty. Looks like Doc gets to go first.
Okay. Are these undead that we're fighting?
They are.
All right.
Oh, I can put Sir Bramble on the name. Sir Bramble.
Doc is going to move up here and is going to use Turn Undead.
Okay. DC 13 wisdom. Okay. Wisdom. Let's see, that one saves. That one fails.
Yay!
And 2 of them fail.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Run!
Let's see. Frightened and incapacitated conditions for 1 minute. Tries to move as far away as it can on its turn. Okay. All right. So. Let's see. Which should I pick for turn? We'll use that one.
And that will be Doc's turn.
Okay. There's our 2 frightened ones marked. Stout, you're up. Still with us, Stout? If you're talking, you're muted.
Okay. No, I'm not mute. Okay. Going to go over here and then cast Vicious Mockery on this guy.
Okay. Okay. DC 13 wisdom save.
We're just going after that wisdom.
And he saves.
Dang it. Everyone lost it. That's my
Anything else?
action. So can I give my bardic inspiration to the griffin?
Yes.
Yes, I can. All right, I'm gonna give it to the griffin.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's see. Wraith 1 moves there. Wraith 2. Okay. Wraith number 3. Oops. I moved the wrong one. Hang on. It's there. This is the one that went. Okay. Okay. Wraith 3 is going to come over here. Doc looks kind of like a tasty. Halfling, so he will try a life drain.
Okay.
That's a 14 on Doc.
Does not hit.
Okay. And that will be his turn.
Right. Delphi is going to bonus action Hex for wisdom saves on that guy. Going to do a sassy little Eldritch Blast on him. The 27 hit.
No, 27 will definitely hit.
So, 9 damage.
Okay.
7 force, 2 necrotic.
And that's on the one next to Doc, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And he's got the wisdom hex on him, so he takes disadvantage on wisdom saves.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it for Delphi.
Okay. Okay.
And
Griffin.
Griffin's gonna move up and do a multi-attack. Is that Griffin sheet? There's that Griffin sheet. Does a 17 hit?
17. Yes, it does.
Be 6 piercing.
Okay.
Second attack. I'm gonna imagine an 8 doesn't hit, so I'm gonna roll that bardic. How much is that bardic? Is it a 6?
Yep. 1d6.
I imagine that a 11 does not hit either.
It does not.
All right.
Yeah.
So that second hit is a whiff. That's going to be it for the Griffin.
Okay. Okay, Thorville.
Yeah.
It is your turn.
Yeah, and Thorville will move. So, just a second. Here. And attack with my longsword. Just a second. With Divine Smite.
Okay. That'll hit. Okay. That's a solid hit.
And that's it for my turn.
Okay. Let's see. Doc's turn.
Doc is going to do a melee attack with the Dawn's Last Oath. The 14 hit.
14 does hit.
$23 damage.
You notice that that does a bit more damage than normal. And that guy is dead. As the radiant damage seems to do significantly more than it would normally. Okay. So, Stout, or yeah, I should say, is not going to do anything more.
Yeah, that's the end of Doc's turn.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So, Stout, there are two whites or wraiths running away.
Okay, just to ask, can we see where the child is? The one that's leading all this before?
It has disappeared.
Oh. Oh, do we need to chase after them or?
Well, technically, they're turned for 1 minute.
Ah,
Yeah, they're going to be running for a whole minute.
how quickly can we run for? How quickly can we go for a minute?
Well, you could definitely close the distance. You probably could not necessarily attack, but if you dashed, you could close the distance.
Oh, I meant run the other way just to avoid
Oh,
them.
well, given the fact that you're guarding a convoy, probably not very far.
Okay. Do I still have them in sight then?
For the moment, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna use hold person. I'm gonna use hold person on one of them.
Okay. Before you do that, let me double check something.
Okay.
Count as persons or monsters.
Okay. You would know before you would try and cast that hold person would not work on these creatures.
Okay, got. Uh, huh. What to do then?
No?
I'll just give bardic inspiration.
Go ahead.
I'll just give the bardic inspiration to the griffin again and just call it a day.
Okay.
Maybe move back a bit more.
Okay. The rays continue running. And are out of visual range. And unless anybody chooses to pursue them, that will end combat.
Yeah, I'm good with ending combat.
Okay. All right. And that is day 13.
Hmm?
Let's see. 6, 9, and noon.
Get those long rests.
Yes. Okay. So noon the next day, as the convoy rounds a bend, you discover a beautiful woodland glade that wasn't there before. Tables have been set up beneath flowering trees. Nearly 50 brownies, pixies, sprites, and flower sprites are busily preparing a feast. The eldest brownie bows deeply to your party and speaks up and says, "You saved Grandmother Oak. You have our thanks." The tiny Fey insists the entire convoy sits and eats. The menu is honey roasted pheasant, fresh forest berries, golden apple tarts, moonflower tea, spring water, and the food is magic. The benefits of the are given of a long rest, even if already rested. You gain 10 temporary hit points, inspiration, and 1 level of exhaustion is removed if you have it. Any curse or disease affecting a character is ended. Each horse also receives enchanted feed. So for the next 3 days, the convoy travels 25% faster.
Oh, great.
The horses never become fatigued. And before leaving, each member of the party is handed a tiny pouch. Inside each pouch is 3 sprinkles of pixie dust. It may be used as a bonus action. Okay, I will paste. This information in chat. And before you leave the glade, an enormous white owl, nearly the size of a horse, lands nearby. Its golden eyes never blink, and as you watch or look at it, the owl transforms into an elderly elven druid wearing robes woven from vines, from living vines. And it speaks, "I have watched. The forest has spoken well of you." He introduces himself as Fa Lenor, one of Angreenost's wardens. He doesn't ask you any questions. He's apparently already knows everything that has happened since you've been traveling from Helfaleg. And he presents the party with 2 gifts. Okay. And we'll do just a little more pasting, copy and pasting here. Okay.
Aha. I'm also putting this into Discord for the people who aren't here.
Sure. Okay, and that was day 14. Day 15. Passes uneventfully, given your
Protection against ambush.
yeah. Day 16. Let's see, that'll happen. At 9 p.m. as you guys are making camp. Who has the first watch at night?
Thorville.
Thorville finds a longsword.
Can he inspect it, see if it's magical or cursed?
Does he have identify, or does anybody in the party have identify?
I don't think we've got anybody who has identify right now.
Nope.
Unless Blue does.
Nope. I have detect magic,
Oh.
but I'm not sure if that'll work.
Okay. So,
We would need to summon me and mine and pay the toll.
Yeah.
Pay the 100 gold.
So,
If Thorville wants to do that, that's an option.
yeah, says Thorville is getting ready to take his turn at watch. Emerald light pierces the canopy, and there's an ancient stone bear wrapped in flowering vines leaning up against a tree. And resting on top of the bear is a longsword. It has no rust, no dust, only living ivy growing around its hilt. Thorville, as you reach for it, every flower in the clearing blooms simultaneously. The forest falls completely silent. It feels very much similar to your existing +3 sword, except for a couple of things. The first is it displays radiant power. you strangely feel as if nothing would ever make you afraid again. And then the sword speaks to you. First, it will try Sylvan. Do you speak Sylvan?
No.
I'm sorry?
No,
Okay.
I don't speak.
Do you speak Elvish?
No.
Okay. And I'm assuming you speak Common.
Yes.
Okay. So it communicates telepathically with you. Let's see. It informs you that it despises needless killing and refuses to aid creatures that harm nature for profit. Let's see. It does inform you that it's known as Guardian's Resolve, which makes you immune to fear, and you have advantage on saving throws against charm. Let's see. It once per long rest, it has Ancient Judgment. As an action, you can plant the sword into the ground. A 30 feet radius circle erupts with glowing vines. Enemies must succeed a DC 18 strength save or become restrained. Friendly creatures ignore the vines. The area becomes consecrated ground. Verdant Strike. Whenever you score a critical hit, spectral vines erupt from the wound. The target must succeed a DC 18 strength save or become restrained. Has Forest Refuge. While traveling through natural forests, the party cannot become lost. Food and fresh water are always found, and beasts begin one attitude friendlier. Okay, and then there's some other things that will happen later. Okay.
Yes. Uh, Thorville will carefully take the sword, looking at it, making sure it doesn't activate a trap or something, and just hold it like it's still talking to him. Just looking at the details.
So, as you're looking at the details, you begin to realize this sword is worth way more than your existing +3 sword.
Mm.
And we're going to have to end it there.
Yeah, I'm.
And then, are you here next week?
No, I will probably be back on Friday, but not
Okay.
not any earlier.
Okay. And then you're just here for a week, right?
Yes, then the school starts,
Okay.
and I will see if it depends on the schedule. I might be able to play 2 extra weeks or at least one, but it's really if.
Okay.
So
Okay. Yeah, and I'll be getting the post updated so we can attract a couple of new players. So, okay.
uh,
Well, thank you guys. And Blue, hopefully I see you on Monday.
he left.
Oh, okay.
He left just us.
Okay. Well, hopefully I will see him on Monday.
Yeah. Uh, do you have just a minute to ask you?
Yes, sir.
Uh, I have been writing a bit, making my comics, making my stories, just a bit out of fun.
Okay.
Uh, and I have been thinking that I could turn some of those stories into games, but I don't know how. Uh, so if you have any advice I can get on how to DM first time.
Okay. Well, you already have a Roll20 account.
Yes.
So, I'm going to try and share my Discord session. Or maybe.
I already follow you on YouTube, watch the stories when
Okay.
I have time to see how does the game look like from the other side of the screen. Uh,
Okay. So,
I'm just looking at I'm just looking at the just to explore a game, not something too heavy on the lore, not something.
sure.
Uh, I just don't know how to start it.
Okay. So, the best way to start is the typical start is everybody starts in a tavern. I
Yeah.
have done that sometimes, but I generally don't like that start. One thing I do like to do is use character backstories. Um, so one start I have is uh, if you're starting everybody at first level, uh, is they all have to go to adventuring school and graduate to earn a license to adventure. Otherwise, they get in trouble with local authorities like game wardens um, or Forest Service agents, people like that. They get in trouble if they're adventuring without a license. And then while they're celebrating getting their license, something happens. They get kidnapped. They wake up all together, even if they weren't celebrating together. They all wake up together, usually in a cell with none of their gear. And either a slaver or a mad wizard or an evil cleric has captured them for some purpose. Now, that purpose can be as simple as, like in the case of cleric, they need to make a sacrifice to an evil deity. In the case of a wizard, they want to harvest parts of the individual members of the party for either making a construct, or if you have really unique races, Actually, for magic components, spell components. Uh, I've got two games that I run where uh, we have gelatinous people in the party.
Oh, yeah, I heard of those, like plasmoids.
Yeah.
Is that the name?
Uh,
Uh,
I I'm not 100% sure about that, but yeah, they're
I heard it from some YouTuber talking about them.
yeah, you
Uh,
know, and
I
then
think it's a magical hat or something.
yeah, and then uh, in Theros campaign, I've now got two Triton species. They're underwater, like merfolk, which are really rare in the campaigns. So when you have those, it's like, oh yeah, the wizard sees you as a bag full of spell components. Uh,
I had a idea that starts simple at first. Group of people meeting at a tavern and getting a job from uh, something like a mafia boss to get to they get like a magical device to go
okay,
between worlds and just explore. They explore and he gives them money.
okay,
And like each little world has its own basic boss. Nothing major. But worlds are Wild West, sci-fi,
okay,
cyberpunk,
okay,
and as they go, they kill the bosses, they destroy the whatever, and they gather loot. It starts like that, but as they continue, they realize they're getting more and more undead, uh,
okay,
undead to fight, and turns out the mo- that mob boss wanted to kill the leech who has uh, who has hidden his I don't know how they're called, uh, those things that make him immortal in each world. So as they go and explore and destroy those artifacts, it makes him weaker until someone it's weak enough to be killed.
okay,
Where will Mobos try to betray him? No, yeah, sorry, betray them, and then they'll have to kill the mob boss and then the lich.
okay,
Uh, I I was looking at this something like the Wheel of Worlds because the device has a small wheel which spins randomly and throws them into a random world.
okay.
And
Uh,
that was my idea, but I
it,
don't know how good the Lich is as a first boss.
it's
What?
a lich as a first boss is a little rough. However, you can make it the first boss as long as you postpone the direct conflict between the party and the first boss until they gotten to like level 3 or 4.
Yeah, I was thinking uh, to make them uh, they will uh, they will find one undead soldier or two after first four worlds.
Sure.
But somewhere around the eight, they will realize they keep coming and they all look somewhat similar.
Okay.
So they're around level 5 or 6 and their 12th world, they someone says something about a lich. some rumor at the tavern.
That should be fine. You know, and you can even start simpler. You can just have them all reading a bulletin board for jobs.
Yeah.
And just leave it at that.
Yeah.
So, but no, your idea is fine.
Yeah, I will. I need to perfect it. It's currently it's just a thought on a piece of paper, but
Sure.
I'm working on it.
Okay. All right.
That's it. Thank you.
You're welcome. And we'll see you later.
See you. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Hey,
Hello.
I was just in the other channel. And then I see you leave, so I was like,